So I'm not going to use my block right this second, but you are welcome to sit on it if you like to have that extra height. I tend to like to sit on a cushion. It's not quite as high. So let's come into a comfortable seat and then take the palms and rub them against each other. And you can close the eyes if you like. Now bring the hands into stillness, ever so slightly touching. And draw this subtle energy that you've created to the heart by bringing the knuckles of the thumbs into the heart and ever so slightly lifting the heart up. And deepening your breath and bowing the head slightly. We honor this opportunity to practice whatever it is we're practicing today, and for any reason why we might be practicing. Every single person will have a different experience and a different intention in this practice today. Any intentions that you'd like to set, you can let them flow, and I'll ring the bells for you. Letting the hands rest on the legs. Contracting the throat slightly so you can hear your breath. Ujjayi. You get to control the speed and the quality of your breath. And as we change our breath, we change the mind. So the mind will follow your breath. If you slow the breath down, the mind will slow down. If you create more space with your breath, you'll create more space in the mind. So as you deepen your breath, you can really let the belly and the rib cage fill in all directions. Even the back of the body will expand. And we'll keep this breath as we come down to the floor. So you can lay down on your mat, have your block handy. And we'll draw the knees into the chest. So even though your knees and thighs might be constricting your breath a little bit, see if you can continue to breathe deeply and have that same quality going. Relax the tip of the tongue and the jaw. On your next exhale, bring the feet down to the ground in front of each sitting bone. And tuck each shoulder downward so your spine comes off the floor slightly. Let your palms rest on the ground. Spread through your toes. And just slightly, we're going to move the spine, arcing and rounding it. So on an inhale, I'd like you to tilt your pelvis forward. Your sitting bones try to come down towards the earth and your spine arches. And as you exhale, round the sitting bones, tucking the tailbone, pressing your middle back into the floor. And you can even lift the buttocks slightly off the mat. Subtle. Inhale as you arch. And exhale as you gently round. Good, and let's make it a little bit bigger. The next time that you exhale, press into those feet, lift the hips off the floor higher. As you inhale, let the sitting bones down and lift your heart and middle spine up to the sky. It might take a few tries for this to feel fluid. Just play with it. Good. The next time that you lift the hips up, let's stay here with the breath. Press into the feet. Tuck the shoulders a little bit closer to the spine. Lift the hips as high as is comfortable. Imagine that your inner thighs are slightly rolling towards one another. Let the buttocks muscles hang. Last inhale, press into the feet a little bit more, getting a little bit taller. When you're ready, slowly lower down. Let the arms release to the sides. Open your feet a tiny bit wider and let the knees rock side to side. You can let your head rock in the opposite direction of your knees. The next time that the knees fall to the left, keep them there. And then turn your torso to the left and come up onto your hands. Gazing over your left shoulder, wringing the body out with a twist. Let the hips sink down into the earth. Let the palms of the hands spread, pressing downward as you lengthen through your spine. Good. Keep the twist, but come down onto your forearms. Press down into the forearms as you lengthen the spine from tailbone to crown. On an inhale, gaze up. Lengthen up, coming onto the hands. Exhale, unwind. Knees go in the other direction. Walk the hands around. And you're gazing over the right shoulder. The breath might naturally quicken here. See if you can keep it slow. Keep it full. Keep the twist as you come down onto the forearms. Press into the forearms to lengthen from tailbone to crown. On an inhale, start to gaze up, lengthening up onto the hands. Exhale, unwind. Lower the spine down onto the earth, hugging the knees into the chest. This time, go ahead and rock them side to side. Good. You can squeeze the knees together slightly. And let the arms come out into a T. Keep the knees rocking side to side. Developing core strength, wringing out the spine. Let the knees fall to the left. You can hold them down with your left hand and circle the right arm up and around, spreading through the fingers. If you want to, you can let the eyes try to follow the arc of the hand. Reverse the direction. Eventually, we'll reach this right arm away from the knees. So reach it as far to the right as it will go and let it down. Taking a few deep breaths into the twist. At any moment, you're always welcome to take an exhale through the mouth, decompressing. Inhale, hug the knees to center. This time we'll take the block and we'll bring it in between the knees. Good. And the bottom of the block might be in between the thighs. And now bring your hips into a 90-degree angle. Arms come out into a T. Rock it side to side using the strength of your belly. You decide how far to the side you go. Let your breath be your music. Like a mantra. You might even hear the mantra of Om on your ocean breath. Bring the knees to center. Release the block. Squeeze the knees together. Bring them all the way over to the right. Hold them down with your right hand. And circle the left arm up and around, reaching through the fingers. Your eyes are welcome to follow. Reverse the direction. Reach the arm all the way through the fingers as far to the left as it will go. And let it down. The eyes can close. Take a few deep breaths here. On your next inhale, hug the knees into the chest. Flex your feet. Hold on to the outside edges of your feet. As you open the knees wide down towards each armpit. And the bottoms of the feet face up to the sky. Happy baby. You can stay in stillness or you can rock it side to side. If you glide your shoulders slightly down the back and you engage your navel point, you might feel an opening a little bit more in the hips. One more breath here. Slowly lower the feet down in front of the sitting bones. Take your block and bring it near the sacrum. On an inhale, press into the feet, lifting the hips up, and you can decide what height of your block you'd like to use and place it underneath the sacrum. Let your sacrum rest on it. So this is a restorative bridge. You can take those shoulders, glide them down the back a little bit more. And then we're going to take 3 Brahmari breaths here. So get your thumbs ready to plug the ears, but don't plug them yet. And then the fingers just gently cover the eyes. You can have your fingertips touching the root of the nose or the eyebrows, anywhere that the fingertips feel they'd like to be. On an inhale, we'll bring the breath through the nose, and on an exhale, we'll hum with the teeth slightly touching, creating a buzzing bee sound. And while you hum, you can gently plug the ears so that the sound resonates in the skull, clearing the mind. Let's take 3 or 4. Inhale with me to begin. Hum as you plug the ears. Eventually release the arms down. If your block is at its full height, you might release it down to the second lowest or lowest height. And we'll lift the legs up to the sky. You can interlace the hands underneath the head and neck and bicycle the legs. So this whole time with the hips elevated, we're reversing the flow of the blood in the body, and we're we're upside down. So we're taking the normal pull of gravity off the organs and reversing it. Just allow your legs to play in any way that you like. And come back to your Ujjayi breath. Good, I'm gonna let you play for another minute, or you can follow me by lifting the hips up off the block with the hands. Coming into shoulder stand. You're welcome to continue to play with the legs. Wherever you are, let's take the block out from under us and move it to the side. And let's roll the body down on top of the forearms. So your sacrum is on top of the wrists and forearms. Point through the toes, lower the legs all the way down. Gazing at the toes, let your heart and head lift. Tuck your elbows underneath the back. So your legs are on the floor, toes are pointed, heart is lifting. Good, now lift the heart a little bit more by pressing into the elbows and let your head fall off the back, fish pose. You can keep your Ujjayi breath here, or you can take 10 Kapalabhati breaths. Kapalabhati is where we forcefully exhale through the nose, and there's a passive inhale that follows. Inhale deeply with me. Hold the breath. Exhale, tuck the chin, gazing towards the toes. Inhale, lifting the upper body up and folding over the legs. Let's come into a flow with this. Inhale with me, reaching the arms. Exhale, point the toes, bring the hands behind you. Inhale, lift the hips or the heart up towards the sky. Exhale, tuck the chin, lower the hips down. Reach the arms forward, lower the rest of your upper body down. And hug the knees into the chest. Inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, knees come to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, knees to center. Hug them in with the hands, tuck the nose. You're going to exhale all the way out here. Inhale one more time. Exhale, feet come to the floor, palms touch the floor. And on your inhale, lift the hips. This time, we'll try to interlace the hands underneath the hips. On your next exhale, lower the hips down onto your forearms. So your hands come undone, but your hips lay down. Stretch your legs out long. Coming into fish, press into the forearms, lifting the heart up. When you're ready, tuck the chin. Lengthen up with your torso, folding forward. Inhale with me, reaching up. Exhale, hands come behind you, point the toes. Inhale, just lift the heart or lift the hips as well. Exhale, lowering the hips down if they're lifted. Reach the arms forward, lower all the way down. Draw the knees to the chest. On an inhale, open the arms wide. Exhale, knees go to the left. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Remember, you're going at your own pace. You might be a little faster or slower than me. Inhale, hug those knees in, tuck your nose. Exhale here. One more inhale. Exhale, feet and head and arms come to the ground. Inhale, lift it up for bridge. See if you can tuck those shoulders under, try to interlace the hands again. When you're ready, release the hands, but try to keep the forearms underneath the sacrum and buttocks as they lower down. Release your legs out long, pointing through the toes. Press into the forearms. You might inch your heels down as you lift the heart off the floor in fish. Slowly, with strength, lift the chin up and tuck it. Press into the hands, lift the upper body up. Reach it forward, last forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Palms touch, bring it down to the heart. Remembering your intentions. Swing the feet to the side, coming into tabletop. Hands are a little bit in front of the shoulders, circling the hips. Other way. Inhale into plank with the knees on the ground. Exhale, keep the elbows squeezing into your sides as you lower the upper body down. Press your lower body into the earth as you reach the heart forward and up in cobra. Exhale, sink it back, child's pose. On an inhale, roll it up, tabletop. Help your right foot forward. So you're on the left knee and the right foot is on the ground. Now sink your hips forward and down as you inhale, reach it up. Warrior one, palms touch over the head. Your hips and groin are sinking down, but at the same time, have a little bit of the idea that your knees are drawing towards each other, which lifts the pelvic floor and engages your navel. Good. One more breath. You can even look up. Exhale. Hands come down. Lean it back. Child's pose. Let go of the jaw. On an inhale, gaze it forward, gliding into plank with the knees on the ground. Squeeze your elbows into the sides, lower all the way down. Press down through your tail, inhale, cobra. Exhale, sink it back. Hear the sound of Om on the breath. When you're ready, gaze it forward. Tabletop. Help your left foot forward. Hips and groin sink down, but have that idea of the knees gliding towards one another. Inhale, reach it up. One more breath. You can gaze up, get a little taller. On an exhale with control, bring it all the way down. Sink it back. Inhale to gaze forward. Gliding into plank. Lower down. Inhale, cobra. This time, as you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips into down dog. Try to gaze at your navel point. Step your right foot forward. You can help it all the way up in between the hands. Staying on the ball of your back foot. Press into both feet. As you inhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the heart, lift the arms up. Crescent pose. You can always lower the back heel down if you like. Inhale, take it up a little higher, gazing up. Exhale with control. This is a balanced posture. Bring it all the way down. Step back. You can rest in down dog or child's pose. Inhale into plank. Knees can be on the ground or lifted. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Tuck those toes, lift the hips. Gazing towards your navel point. Stepping the left foot forward, you can help it up with the hands. Find your balance, press into both feet, and then ride your inhale up. Beautiful. Shavasana is coming soon. On your next inhale, get a little taller, gaze up. With control, bring it all the way down. If you're in down dog, let this be your last breath here. And when you're ready, lower the knees, but let them be nice and wide with your toes touching. And then sink the hips back, let your forehead come to the earth. And let the palms of the hands come together in Guru Pranam. Let your breath go. And you can imagine that my hands are on your sacrum and they're just gently assisting your sacrum and hips to sink a little bit more. And take a deep inhale through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. And gently walk the hands towards you. And let's come into Shavasana pose. Release your legs out long, slightly separated. Let your arms rest by the sides, palms facing up. Let the head relax on the ground. And relinquish control of your breath. Let all the effort that you've put in melt away. Invite the natural pause that happens at the bottom of the exhale. And that little pause might get longer Imagine that your brow point at the center of your forehead is opening. Let all of the skin on the forehead spread open towards the temples. The roof of the mouth gently rises. Tongue relaxes. We are open to the blessings of this practice. Simply open. We'll rest here for several minutes. welcome to continue to rest here for longer. Or you can roll onto one side, coming into the fetal position. And as you're ready, you can make your way to seated. Let's seal this practice with a sea of ohms. So an ocean of ohms. You can bring the palms together at heart center. Perhaps remembering intentions or remembering what you honored or bowed to today. Any insights that may have come forward. And you're welcome to just listen to the ohms, or you can join in. You can take as many as you like. We'll just do about 1 minute. Remembering the light within and the light within us all. The light in me honors not only the light in you, but also this oneness that we share. So just for even a millisecond, imagine this connection, this oneness, letting go of separation. Namaste. Thank you all for being here today. Jai Bhagwan.